If you don't respond, you'll die. We'll stab you.
If you don't respond, you'll die. We'll stab you. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, welcome to Podcast TWOW, episode 1B.
Yeah, 1B.
This is the pre-show episode. This is going to be different. In this episode, I am not as mean. In this episode, Mint is not as lame. In this episode, we are going to talk to because we have some legitimately really interesting members of our community. And speaking of interesting members of our community, what song did we just hear?
We just heard the Podcast TWOW theme song, Val, from the one and only X-Ray, who won the sentence mixing contest. That's the name of what we did.
And okay, like the freaking like the podcast TWOW theme is so good. I just listen to it on the regular, and I keep finding myself singing it to myself. I think people knew this one was coming. How
do you sing it? There's 4 different voice roles.
Okay, I do my part and also Danny's part. But I do also want to give a shout out to first of all of the submissions were absolutely amazing. I am amazed that we got multiple submissions to a sentence mixing contest of us. Thank you so much for doing that. I loved all of the submissions. I do want to especially give a shout out to our runner up one, Introvert's Frozen, us singing Frozen. That was really good, and I listened to that one a lot too.
And we'll play it right here.
The snow was some bright on the mountain tonight. I'm
not a footprint to be seen.
Of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. The wind keeps howling like this rolling storm inside. Could we keep it in heaven? No. I had tried. Don't let them in. Don't let them see. Be the good girl you've always had to be. Concealed. Don't let them. No. But now they. No. Let it go. Let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go. Let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the store rage. John, the gold never bothered me.
Anyway. Okay, continue.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Introvert. That was really good. Introvert or ironic? Introvert or ironic?
I think he mainly goes by ironic.
Thank you so much, ironic. That's some really impressive sentence mixing. I especially love the oh.
Yeah, it's pretty good. All right, so interviews.
So for the main event of these pre-shows, like I said, we want to try to showcase some of the really amazing contestants we have. And so we have a few special guests here today to talk about TWOW and about life and about whatever else they want to talk about. So please welcome our first special guest onto the show, kxftos. Hello. kxftos. You're on Podcast TWOW.
Are you there? We cannot hear you if you were speaking.
I'm here.
Hello. Welcome. How are you doing today?
Hello. I'm doing pretty good.
Epic.
Don't worry, there's nothing to be scared of. You are only talking to an audience of 60 to 70 people.
Wow, that's great to know. But I've been in front of bigger audiences before, believe me.
Do tell.
Yes, please.
Okay. So basically I'm in the summer camp program, and we do concerts and stuff because it's a band kind of thing. You get assigned into a band. And usually there's 100 people or so at the concerts. It's really cool.
Epic.
That sounds pretty sick.
Sounds really cool.
I've never had a good experience performing in front of live audiences. There was one time in the 4th grade talent show where I was singing in front of a crowd of 500 people. And I fucked up a line, and I just I started crying. It was sad, and I somehow finished I did the second half of the ending chorus. But I was just, every time I've gone up to perform in front of multiple hundreds of people, I'm always just so disappointed in myself. And that's why I do podcasts instead.
In 5th grade, after 6 long years of being in plays and having no lines, I finally had one line, and it was to introduce the audience to what year it was. My only line was to say, yeah, it's like totally 1989. And I get on stage and I say, yeah, it's like totally 1899. I mean, 1989. And then I ran away on stage in front of hundreds of people. You can't do worse than that.
The only play I've ever been in was Romeo and Juliet, and I played a character with no lines, but he was Tybalt's boyfriend. So.
Wait.
Oh, that's pretty epic.
Tybalt has a boyfriend?
Did in that production.
Oh.
This is like a good production.
Yeah, it does.
All right. Well, we could talk about plays and concerts all day, and believe me, I want to. But in the interest of time, I would like to ask: would you like to introduce yourself to the audience so we know who we're talking to and why they're talking about how cool they are?
Despite the fact that we've been going on for 3 minutes without asking you.
Okay, so my name is kxftos, and
pronouns?
He, him.
Epic.
Well, I'm Val.
The intro.
Yo. Okay. What's our next question? We have questions.
How long have you been in the TWOW community, and like what sort of got you into it?
I have not been in the TWOW community very long. I got into it because of my friend Willow. He's very cool.
Oh, which Willow?
Quantum Willow?
Yeah, her.
Okay.
Oh, epic.
Yeah. Have you been going for like a couple of months or a couple of weeks? What are we looking at?
Give or take.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Cool. Well, welcome, and it's a real pleasure to have you here. You seem like a really fun person. I'm really glad to have you as part of the community.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, now I do want to get to the meat of it, and this is your choice if you want to reveal. But so this is the pre-show to results. So I want to ask, how are you feeling about results? How are you feeling about your response?
I think my response is great. It's very unique, apparently. It's the only idea I had.
You can reveal if you want, by the way. I mean, voting's over.
Or you can leave it a mystery.
Leave it a mystery. You figure it out.
Excellent. Do you want to leave any hint for the avid listeners?
It involves death.
Ooh, many things do. Well, and then our other big question for you. So we know you've been on plays, but have you ever been on the news?
Actually, I have.
For real?
Yeah. When I lived in South Korea, I used to be part of a Scouts thing, and we did this Thanksgiving dinner for the military families, and I got interviewed for it.
Oh, epic! So you're used to these.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay. We were expecting to not have people.
You already know exactly. You know exactly how to get on national TV. You don't need this TWOW. Go be on television.
Yeah.
Moving up in the world.
Go make food for military people. I mean, I don't know how death would be involved in that if you somehow did incorporate that into your response.
Poison.
I did not. No! Why would I do that?
I don't know. Maybe you want to poison people for some reason.
I met you 4 minutes ago. I don't know your motives.
That's fair. Basic. If I was gonna murder people, I'd do it in a fun way.
Well, what's the fun way? And can you warn me what the fun way in advance so I know to be very careful about whatever it is?
There are many fun ways you can kill people. But
that's a great thing to put on a public podcast. So go on.
I think the funnest way to kill someone would be like just every pain possible at once. Set them on fire while they're poisoned.
Oh.
And maybe throw in some maybe throwing a mace or two in there. Who knows?
We're a family-friendly podcast.
And if you disagree, well, maybe we'll throw a mace in or two.
Yes.
Well, it has been wonderful having you on, and thank you so much for talking to us. You are really cool, and you've had some really cool experiences. Is there anything really cool that you would like to plug or advertise or tell all the audience about? Anything you'd like to say to all the comrades out there watching?
Sure. I am starting an object show, and the prologue episode will be up soon. It's called Objects and Crafts. Look out for it.
That's
That sounds
awesome.
pretty cool. Yeah.
Make sure to drop a link in the server so we can put it up somewhere as soon as it premieres.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, thank you so much. And are you looking forward to results?
Mostly.
Mostly.
Epic. All right. Well, we'll see you there. And once again, thank you.
Welcome.
Thanks so much. See you later.
I know. Get out.
I did that. All right. That was our inaugural, or not our inaugural. It was our inaugural guest that we actually interviewed.
We just interviewed a guest on a podcast.
We're official.
We are real podcast hosts. We did it.
I know, it's crazy.
We should get on Podcast Central and get the notable podcasters because we just notably podcasted.
Hold on, does that server actually exist?
It will. Let's turn this into Podcast Central. Forget TWOW. We're going bigger. I'm feeling inspired now.
We've ascended the bounds of TWOW.
All right, before we get our heads too far in the clouds, we should probably bring on our next guest. So please say hello to Me Like Pie 50. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Yo.
How's it going,
How you
guys?
doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good. So if you want to just introduce yourself really quick, name, pronouns, all that jazz.
Of course. Yeah. So my name is Matthias. On Discord, I go by the username MeLikePie50. I go by he, him, is there anything else you need from me for the introduction?
We need your life aspirations.
My
Yes.
life aspirations. I strive to be better than I once was. And in the end, I want my legacy to be that, I was a pretty cool dude.
At the very least, your legacy is going to be that you were on a podcast. And really, what else can you ask for in life?
Not much, I'll be honest.
All right.
Well, it's good to have you on the podcast. We wanted to ask. So we know that you're a pretty old TWOWer, aren't you?
Yes, I joined the mini TWOW community at the end of 2016. I played in a few of them. I never did too great, but I did have a lot of fun. But then kind of as the hiatus between TWOW 23 and 24 just kind of got longer and longer, I just kind of fell out of doing these mini TWOWs. But once TWOW 24 came out, I decided to get right back into it.
Yeah, and it definitely seems like a lot of people did, judging from like all the people joining TWOW Central, both like old people and new people, people that I haven't seen for 3 years as well.
If I can level with you for a second, like I remember when I think when you joined TWOW Central, I know a bunch of people were like, "Oh my gosh, Me Like Pie is back!" And so it's really cool to have you on. Like honestly, like welcome back to the community. It's so great to have you here.
Oh well, thank you.
Back when
Thank
you
you so
were
much.
like back in like 2016, what was it that got you into mini TWOWs? And if it was TWOW, then what got you into TWOW in the first place?
So the funny thing is that I know a lot of people originally found TWOW through BFDI, through Carrie's other show that he does, but I actually first found Carrie through his marble race videos, and I found BFDI completely in an unrelated area, and so I actually got through TWOW through the marble races. And then once I got to the point where they created a Discord, I joined the Discord pretty soon after it was created. Not immediately, like a couple months afterward, but I remember I was there pretty early on.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, like I said via DMs, the only recollection I have of you being around when I joined the community was your book and the Drive of Booksonas.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed there was the old art gallery in the original TWOW Central that I would hang out a lot with. So I got to see a lot of the process of how people like design their books, and I thought that was really interesting. And I think it's probably one of the reasons why I like the community so much is that everyone has their own little way to represent themselves in these little book characters. I always thought that was really cool.
You were the one with the double-faced book, right?
Yeah, that one started out as a joke, but I decided that it kind of looked cool, so I went with it for kind of like until the end there. So yeah, that was me.
And now there's an up-and-coming TWOWer using the double-face idea. Emotional duality, who's like 30th on the Glicko boards.
Yes, when I joined and I discovered Glicko, I saw that and I was like, hey,
You think?
I don't know if you saw my original book, but I'm glad I had some sort of impact if that's true.
Yes, you started a trend. That was great.
Trendsetter.
So, one question we wanted to ask of you, kind of going along with the theme of the prompt, have you ever been on the news before?
I have not been on a news show, but I have been on a newspaper once, which is kind of related.
Do tell.
When I was I think it was around 8 or 9, I was just in the downtown of where I live in my town, and there's this little artificial creek that was made a while back that has these stones placed that you can jump over. So pretty much I was just there jumping over these stones for hours on end. And this guy who worked with the newspaper, this photographer, he came up to me and said, hey, I need a picture for the front page of the newspaper to talk about, how people are enjoying this summer. And so my mom basically said, sure, take a picture of him. And so there's a picture of me on the front page of my local newspaper where it's just me jumping over on these rocks in this creek bed. So that's the closest I've gone to being on TV.
That's awesome. So anyone asked
for hours on end, though, that's
it was
it's a little concerning.
I did not have much to do back then. My life consisted of going to school and then sitting at home watching TV. And so when I went outside, I didn't really know what to do with myself. So I just did stuff like that.
Schedule for the day: sleep, eat, jump on rocks, eat, sleep again.
I mean,
honestly,
wake up,
that's heaven.
rock, go to sleep. Sounds like something you'd see on a really weird bumper sticker.
Yeah, and just have the photo of you just kind of to the side.
Oh.
All right, so we're gonna wrap up the interview, but before we do that, I know you're back, so you got back recently, but so you're probably not involved in many personal projects. But is there anything you have to plug or shout out?
Well, I don't have anything super TWOW related, but I do have a podcast that I'm starting with a friend of mine where we review seasons of Netflix shows and make fun of them for about an hour. So
I love
if
podcasts.
you're interested in something like that.
What's the name of it?
It's called Binge Critics. We have yet to release our first episode, but it will be coming soon, I believe in the next month or so.
Sounds good. And definitely post in the Discord once you have that. I'd be down to check that out, and I bet a lot of our viewers would too.
I will remember to do that. Thank you so much.
Awesome, thank you. That sounds like a really cool show. Any sneaky hints of what sneak preview we're gonna be checking out?
So the first one that we did was a favorite of my co-hosts. It's his favorite Netflix show, so I thought we would start on a positive note. And it's one that is actually going to be receiving some new episodes at the end of this month, so we may have to revisit it very soon.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on. Yeah, we're glad to see you here, and
thank you so much for having me.
No problem. See you at results, and thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. See you then. Have a wonderful day, guys.
You too. How are we doing on time?
We're a few. I don't know.
Do you think we have time for our other several guests?
I don't.
Maybe we should just go really fast. Lightning round it. Let's just get through this list. They already paid us. We don't want to get sued. Okay. One question they're out. We're ready?
Sure.
Hi, Whiffle. Welcome to the podcast. How are you doing? Do you like television?
Vehicle company. What?
Do you like television?
Huh? Yeah, I like
You're on the
television.
podcast. Okay, cool. Thank you so
Wait.
much. Hi, Alexander. Welcome to the podcast. How are you
hi.
doing?
Oh crap! Hi.
Do you have anything you want to plug?
Nothing. Subscribe to me.
Okay, whatever. Hi, welcome to the podcast. How are you doing? Sictoabu.
Oh, hi.
Have you ever been on TV?
No, I.
Oh, whatever. All right, cool. We did it. We got through all of our
We
guests.
go through all of the guests.
We succeeded at making a podcast. Now we deserve notable podcast.
Oh, yes, here we go. The fame train is loading up and exiting the station.
I can already see the $100 bills that people will slip under my door to try to get on the show. I can already see the various assortments of foods that people will mail to me in individually marked plastic bags.
I know. We're gonna charge $1,000 per second of appearance time on this.
Yep, we're doing 50% off for the next episode. Limited time only. DM us if you're interested.
Dang. All right.
Oh, that's the pre-show. So what's next?
Well, next we got our sponsor for the episode. And
Right. Yes, the sponsor.
you know what that is.
I know what that is.
I don't. Please.
Oh, right. Yes. Today's episode is brought to you by Gizmo Dude's Songs to Spacewalk To.
You got more?
I am scrolling up to it right now.
I thought you had this ready.
I had this ready, and then I didn't have it ready, and then I had it ready again.
All right, sure.
Oh, okay. Now I have it ready. I got it. Ready? Here we go. Ad coming in a second, and it's going to be really good. Today's episode is brought to you by Gizmo Dude, Songs to Spacewalk To. Out on all platforms, it's full of some really chill tunes. We actually used one of them for our intro last episode. All proceeds from purchases are going to go to the Arbor Day Foundation, an international charity organization that supports tree planting and conservation worldwide. If the album raises $50, we'll get 2 bonus songs, and it's already at $45, so one more purchase will do it. If you need even more of an excuse to buy it, Bandcamp Day is coming up on August 7th. On that day only, if you buy the album, Bandcamp will waive their share of the profits, and it'll all go to the Arbor Day Foundation. To listen to Songs to Spacewalk To and your preferred music site, go to smarturl.it/songs to spacewalk to. That's smarturl.it/songs to spacewalk to. Don't worry, we'll put it in the description as well.
Yep. So please go check that out.
Gizmo's just a really good song artist. Like, it's like, seriously, I love his stuff.
Yeah, most of his stuff is like absolute bops. But our episode is also quote unquote sponsored by all of our super voters for round 1.
Heck
So
yeah, thank you to our super voters. Y'all are the reason we got an absolutely obscene amount of votes and also had to do a bunch of stuff we'd really rather not do. I will personally beat up each one of you.
yeah. So thank you to Mazuwat, Kitten Ruler, Oshawott, X-Ray, kxftos, Navy, Gray, Me Like Pie 50, Ian E. Stone, Gameyface 46, sictoabu, Darist, Legend Finder, ACN, Whiffle 64, Danny the Unicorn, Azimuthal, Koopa 472, Evil Popo, and Bluevy 12.
So yeah, thanks again to you all as well as the rest of the voters. Without you all, the rest of this round and these results probably wouldn't be happening.
Speaking of what's happening, what's really hip and happening is that results is happening in a few minutes, so stay tuned and you'll hear how you did, whether you survived, and whether you're going to get to be on this glorious podcast, TWOW.
But first, we need to fulfill some voter rewards.
I was hoping you'd forgotten about those. All right, well, let's start with the contestant list.
I'll start. All right, so here's the full comprehensive list of everybody that signed up. We got Gray, kxftos, Whiffle 64, AXNJXN9, Seth,
Navy, Darris, Little Page, Surnode, and Cactus,
Domkos, Shattered Pixel, V the One Kenny, Quantum Willow, and ACN,
Kohaki, Gary, 77777777, Swagbard, Italic, and Makuya,
Danny the Unicorn, Kitsch, Super Yoshi 84, Gizmo Dude 8128, and Salt Rock,
Val, but like the cool Val, Magnificent,
It's 5P.
BX's, Jess, and Glow Kitten,
Ironic Introvert, Gameyface 46, Nope SR 2.0, Emerald, and Koopa 472,
It's Toad 756, Me Like Pie 50, Legend Finder, Plutonium Cube, and Ask,
T Energy Shatter, or Tenergy Shatter, I don't know, 8th, Cherry Blossom, No Fail, and Random Gamer 123,
Geeky Nate, Shad, 20-Bit Chip, and an Epic,
Marble Race Fan Epic, Ian Eastone, Friendly Neighborhood Spinster, Anonizumi, and Michael.
X-Rye, Crystal Birdie 277, Mazuat Zombie Club, and Thanos Whale.
The Binary Puppeteer, World, Discord Pernia, A Person That Does Stuff, and Nihonium Tomapi.
Concrete, Cobalt Forever, Azimuthal Visurient, and Izzy.
Supernova 727, Xeon Z, Kitten Ruler, Oshawott, and Evil Popo.
And Popo.
Hell yeah. That's
Heck
everybody.
yeah.
Heck
That's
yeah.
everybody.
Sorry. It is.
If your name wasn't here, something has gone terribly wrong. Tell us immediately, please. Well, that was all the contestants, and if you heard your name just now, then you're going to hear it again in just a moment when we do results, and you better hope it's towards the top. Now, results. They aren't just going to be your normal everyday results. They're not even going to be your normal everyday episode of Podcast TWOW, because this episode is going to be recorded.
Podcast results.
Before I was so rudely interrupted, what I was saying was that this episode of Podcast TWOW is going to be recorded.
It's live.
Y'all can listen in. We might unmute you and have you talk. It'll be just like the whole drag people in, except even more streamlined. We will try to feature as many people as we can and just have them say one word and then probably silence them for the rest of the episode. And you will be able to listen in live as we make fun of your response.
Yeah, we don't even have to like move the contestants between channels. We can just unmute them. It's great.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to results. I'm looking forward to results. Yep. And we hope you all are too. Yeah.
Hop on over to Results VC. Get in results talk, and results will be starting in just a moment. Stay tuned.
You'll die. We'll stop you.
Yeah.
If you don't respond, you'll die. We'll stop you.
Yeah.